It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Bijan Robinson. He's the owner of the third most rushing touchdowns league-wide. It's the Falcons and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the... Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Some space here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And he rifles one incomplete. The Falcons hit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal line.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Washington.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now it's O'Connell. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice little juke. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, O'Connell. And his throw here is incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Throwing on 3rd, O'Connell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offense.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 69 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Stroud. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud sets up the play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Able to hit his target, Claypool. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Commanders' 23.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A 37-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
O'Connell now to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 6-0 our score after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Jair Brown on the stop there. 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Stroud looking to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the...
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here goes Stroud again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. And running with power here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense set to take over. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. To throw here, O'Connell. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Flowers. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. They begin the drive with Robinson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Hands it off out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll lose Here's yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
And the Washington offense going back to work. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete.
Still on his feet.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders have cut it back within a score.
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-7. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. And he returns this to the 22. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. Throwing on 1st down, O'Connell.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the 1st down marker.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Checks this one down to Robinson.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Throwing, O'Connell.
And this is going to be incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
Oh, good look. There he goes, left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. Now Stroud. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
Give him the gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Now 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Stroud. Throws the out route and finds Claypool.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Robinson.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. Stroud. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Sam Howell has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Patriots trying to hold on and claim victory. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Back to throw, O'Connell. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. O'Connell from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
156 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now O'Connell.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
O'Connell now to throw.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Stroud's throw taken in by London.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to build his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Stroud sets up the play action. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
171 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. This 2nd and 4. On the bootleg, Stroud. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Touchdown, Falcons! Chase Claypool with career touchdown number 70. And the Falcons are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw here, O'Connell.
Caught by Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now it's O'Connell.
And Jones has it over the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3.
At the Falcons 32-yard line.
O'Connell working from the gun. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Here's O'Connell.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
O'Connell looking to throw yet again. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
8 more yards this time coming on back-to-back first down pickups.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 42-yard line.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as the tackle made down at the 33. Play action. Here's Stroud.
And Davis has it over the middle. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
This one's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now here's Stroud.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing, O'Connell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Robinson, he'll try the left side. Down to the 41. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson.
With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Koo now for the point after.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Washington first down.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell.
This complete to Jones.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Commanders first down.
Play action. Now O'Connell. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
O'Connell now on 2nd and 10. That quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Robinson with another carry.
Stays on his feet, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that one extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Quick slant caught by Pierce.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
And O'Connell now to throw.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Falcons offense set to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Falcons, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.